Hi, I'm Christina with RE/MAX 100, and today we're going to discuss 100% financing. Have you thought about buying a home but don't have the money to put down a down payment or pay for closing costs? There are several loan options where you can bring little to no money to the closing table. You can get 100% financing, and a lot of times the seller will help you pay for closing costs. I've asked Arlene Dean to join us today. She's with Equity Resources, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the programs available that do offer the 100% financing options.
Sure. Right now, Christina, there's two main programs that offer 100% financing, the VA loan and the USDA loan.
And who can qualify for those? Is it anybody, or are there limitations?
There are limitations on who can qualify. For a VA loan, the borrower needs to be either active duty military or a veteran. On a USDA loan, there are several qualifications. The borrower must qualify by income, so each county has its income limits that the household income cannot exceed. And each borrower must also meet a minimum credit score, which will vary depending lender to lender. And there are also asset limitations. The borrowers cannot have a significant amount of savings in their bank account that would enable them to obtain another type of financing, such as putting 20% down. And the main characteristic for USDA that you will want to pay attention to is the MAP eligibility. To be eligible to purchase a USDA home, the house must also be eligible, and it would be in a USDA eligible area. Your loan officer should be able to obtain the address of the home you're looking at and enter that into the USDA map and tell you whether that house is eligible or not.
So it sounds like that's one of the big reasons why it's so important to speak to the lender very early in the process of buying a home, so that you could do that pre-approval, find out if these options will work for you, and to see if there are any limitations as far as the geographic areas that you should be looking, for instance, for the USDA loan.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now that we've discussed the 100% financing loan options, it's also important to mention that in many cases the seller will help pay for your closing costs. And closing costs, can you tell me a little bit about what the closing costs cover or entail?
Sure. The closing costs cover your cost of obtaining the loan. So if you're taking out a mortgage, your lender is going to charge fees that they incur for doing the loan for you, such as an origination fee, a processing fee, underwriting fee, and of course an appraisal fee. And then you will have the title fees also. So the attorney that prepares your title work will have to do a deed search to make sure that the property is free and clear of any liens or will be at settlement. And also will do a judgment check to make sure that you're able to purchase a home. And also you'll pay transfers and recordation taxes according to which county that you purchase in. Those will be the majority of your closing costs.
So when you're purchasing a home, you don't only look at the down payment that's required as far as figuring out what you'll owe at closing, but you also have to consider these fees as well. So the 100% financing options allow for no down payment. But when looking at the other side of the closing costs, we do try to negotiate in most cases for the seller to assist with those. In some cases, we can get all or most of it covered by the seller as part of our negotiations, and that's why it's so important to have buyer's representation so that you have somebody negotiating on your behalf to fight for these types of things to get you the best deal. So if you have any questions about getting a pre-approval or these 100% loan options that you may be eligible for, or any of the topics that we discussed today, feel free to contact us anytime. But thanks for tuning in.